One of the issues in a dissolution of marriage action is the status of the marriage. California is a no-fault state. In order for you to terminate the marital status, you have to take certain steps. But the end result is you must have a judgment or an order that will terminate the marital status. Now, there are different ways that you can dissolve a marriage. It is not simply a divorce. One way to dissolve a marriage is through an annulment. An annulment is a legal process that essentially states that there is no marriage from the very beginning. You have to have certain facts, such as fraud, if you're going to succeed in an annulment action. Very few of the cases that I've handled through the years result in an annulment because it's very hard to prove, and quite frankly, they're very difficult to apply to the rules that surround an annulment. Another way that you can dissolve a marriage is by a legal separation. A legal separation involves maintaining the marital relationship, but all the other issues, that being child custody if it's a relevant issue, or child support, again, if it's a relevant issue, or spousal support, or attorney fees and division of property, those issues can be adjudicated, or they can be ruled upon by the court, and a judgment can be entered. However, the status will remain as a married person. When you have a legal separation, there are limited times where you need to apply that legal separation. And by the way, don't confuse legal separation from a status from a legal separation that designates the time where the marriage ends from a factual standpoint. Regarding the legal separation, I find in my career that where I have a couple that have been married for a lengthy period of time, and one is on the coverage provided through employment, and the other spouse cannot obtain coverage, the parties, if they're not contemplating remarriage, may agree to extend the marital relationship by entering into a legal separation. In those situations, the spouse who's not employed and not covered by insurance through the employer may be able to be maintained as a beneficiary on that legal cover, on that medical coverage. The other consequence is no longer applicable as far as legal separation, but sometimes couples just don't like the stigma of having a divorce, and so they consider a legal separation. Remember this, no matter what, a judgment for termination of status of the marriage cannot be entered effectively for 6 months from service of the petition and summons. So if you go out and get married, and you do that after the judgment is entered, before 6 months have passed from the service of the petition and summons, you've got a problem on your hands. I hope this helps as one of the issues that you will be confronted if you're going through a dissolution of marriage action.